Good morning, lovely people. It is Friday, Friday. It's a couple of customer. Wow. Let's try this again. And take two. Good morning, lovely people. It is Friday, February the 19th. Had a couple of questions down in the comments from some viewers. I thought we'd address the internet and heating oil, propane. How expensive is that living in Vermont? So let me make myself a little bit smaller and we'll get right into it. And I'm going to be right up there today. So when it comes to internet, you're going to have very limited choices. There is Comcast or Xfinity. You have Consolidated Communications and VTEL, Vermont Telephone Company, but they're only in a few southern Vermont areas. So let's look at, we're going to look at Xfinity or Comcast first. So what they're offering is, I just picked a random address to see what they had for internet. So they have your Performance Pro Internet, 200 Mbps, megabytes per second, $65 a month for the first 12 months with no term agreement. It means you're not locked into a contract. If you want to do that, good for, I'm sure you guys know what speed you want for internet service. It's more of a who do we have and who can you use. So here's the pricing commitment and other information. For year one, they're saying it's normally $70, or they would give you a break at $75. Your normal rate is $95.95 a month. So $100 a month for 200 megabyte. Oh, it's Friday morning. Wow. So here with my Mickey. So it is $100 a month for 200 megabyte internet service, and that's a wired connection. Your speeds will vary based on if you use Wi-Fi in your house. This is the plan that I currently have, and my Wi-Fi speeds, I don't get anywhere near 200. My Wi-Fi speeds, even when I'm right up next to my router, I'm right around, the most I've ever seen is like 85 megabytes per second, which is still pretty quick. So the other choice would be if we did Consolidated Communications. That's the other one. You would have to see if you're looking at moving here, try and figure out what area you're going to be in and who the coverage is. I know that Xfinity and Consolidated will cover most of the state. In Burlington, you have Burlington Telecom, but it's just in Burlington, so I'm not going to cover them. So here's what Consolidated Communications offers. 7 megabyte per second, $30 a month for 2 years. 25 is $40.59 a month for 2 years. And we do the blazing, up to 100 megabyte per second internet speed. Well, let's see if they got anything. So I just picked a random address here in St. Albans, Vermont. You are so slow today. Oh, God. Okay, well, while I'm waiting for Fairpoint Consolidated to load, let's look at VTEL. So VTEL is only in southern Vermont in a few areas. As you can see on the map here, they're in like Springfield, Rockingham, Londonderry, Rutland, Killington, kind of southern Vermont. If you look on the map right here, Queensbury, Glens Falls, Saratoga Springs, Albany area is down in this area. So southern Vermont. Somebody was asking specifically about Springfield. VTEL does service Springfield, and they do have high-speed internet. They do. Their internet plans actually look pretty good. So Gamer, I believe they're doing all fiber optic for what they've got. Fiber optic internet, Gig E Solo, up to a gig per second, speeds over fiber. Gamer, lose the lag with a gigabyte per second fiber internet connection. So you're talking $80 a month for that, $50 a month for the solo, if you can do that, and $37 for just basic. Looks like they're just basic, which does require a phone plan and their please forgive me. It's a rough morning. So they are having requires a phone plan and a VTEL-owned router rented for an additional charge for their $37 a month. But still fiber optic, which is a hell of a lot faster than what I've got. But they're very limited in their area. And I'm still waiting for Consolidated to load. Let's try and do a refresh on that. Well, hey, there we go. So where we are, I just picked a random address. Actually, I tried to do St. Albans. It wasn't finding St. Albans. I know they service the St. Albans area. They service a good portion, most of Vermont. So I just picked a random 234 Gazo Avenue. If you live there and you watch this, sorry. Just a random, I know the street because I actually grew up on that street in Burlington, Vermont. It's 05408. The zip code used to be 05401. But anyways, I digress. So, what do we got for internet? This is what they got. They got two in that area. $37 a month or $30 a month. Internet download speeds up to 20 megabytes per second. Doesn't seem like that fast. Wow. Yeah, that just doesn't seem very fast at all. And internet download speeds up to 7 megabytes per second. So, yeah. Depends where you live as far as the kind of service that you're going to get, the availability. But those are kind of a look at the prices of what they've got. Yeah. Let me get rid of that. We'll go there. Let's talk heating fuel. Somebody's asking about heating oil, heating fuel. So, oh, wait, let me go back here. See, they got this. There we go. Internet, blazing fast download speeds. Blah, 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 blah. What do I got here? Internet. And I know that Comcast or Xfinity has cable, and as well as Consolidated Communications also has cable TV. But I know most people are going to all of the streaming stuff these days. I know we're looking at that right now, going with possibly Fubo. We do have Disney Plus, we have Netflix, I have Amazon Prime, the things that everybody has. So I've got those, or we, beautiful wife and I, we use that. But we do have DirecTV right now, but we're looking at cutting that cable and going to just full streaming. About $100 a month less. And you know what? That adds up. Alright, so Vermont, Burlington. I'm at the Consolidated website. Let's see what they've got. Check plans. It's Friday and I'm singing to you. So here's what they're offering. Stop moving. There we go. So fast is $30 a month, faster, 25 megabytes per second. Best for gaming and streaming music and videos. No data cap is $41 a month for 2 years. And I know if I try to do check availability, it's going to run me through the whole process. So, your price is going to go up above that after your 2 years. And the same thing for blazing, up to 100 megabyte per second. Multiple devices, no buffering, streaming TV and movies, no data cap, blah, 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 blah. So I would say you're looking at, if you were to budget about $100 a month for internet, that should cover you. Now let's get to something that can be really expensive. Let's get back to retail prices of heating fuel. So if you go to, this is a Vermont state website that they do that has prices. And this is kind of an average right now. So February of this year, right now, average pricing for number 2 fuel oil is $2.51 a gallon. Propane's $2.72. March, a year ago, we were at $2.42 for number 2 fuel oil and $2.39 a gallon for propane. But if you go to weekly heating oil and propane prices from October through March. So right now, $2.15. We're at the 19th. Residential heating oil, $2.61 a gallon. This is going to be it's like an average. I think when I got our tank filled, of course I got our tank filled in, it was January. It was around $2.34 a gallon. So if you're looking back, like around January 11th, $2.38. So these are average prices. So it's a good tip for budgeting. Maybe give yourself a little bit of a buffer in there in case you do have to pay more. But so $2.61 a gallon for number 2 fuel oil, and if you're using propane, $3.19 a gallon for propane. We do have number 2 fuel oil. I also heat with wood is the primary source of heat that we use. I put a wood stove in. Just look at what's happening in Texas. And if there's any extended power outages, you want to have an alternative source of heat that is not dependent on electricity. When we first bought this house, the first winter we were here, we had a power outage that lasted a couple of days, I think. And there was no wood stove, so it was I think it was a couple of days. Anyways, it was so long ago. But vowed that we would never again. I would never never have to deal with that again. So I do have a generator that I've used, I think, once or twice. But for heat, I put a wood stove in. Absolutely, because I don't need power. I need as long as I have wood, which I'm getting a cord of wood for about $2.50 a cord, and we go through about 3 cords a year. So, because we don't heat the whole house. I don't heat the upstairs. I have a little electric heater if need be for upstairs, and it is ducted for the hot air furnace. But I don't heat the upstairs because we're only up here. I'm in my office. I have an electric heater, so I don't need to heat the office. And then I don't heat the bedrooms because you can get you have blankets. You have you can get a heated mattress pad. You can get an electric blanket to keep you cozy at night. You can snuggle up to your significant other to keep you cozy at night. And they say that sleeping in a colder room is actually better for you. So with heating just the downstairs of the house, 3 cords of wood, so there's 750. I get our oil tank filled once a year. So that's if you figure 261. Figure about 250 gallons, because you get a 275 gallon tank. They don't fill them all the way, so let's figure 250 or 250. So if you take 250 gallons, 261, $650 a year, roughly. And then we have an on-demand oil water heater. We have the oil hot air furnace. I have a propane stove, cook stove, oven. That's the only gas appliance we have in the house, and I actually I use a 40-pound propane tank, like you would see like on an RV. I use that, and we can go almost a year, because the only thing we use it for is the oven, the stove, and the oven, because we both like cooking with gas. It just cooks better. It's faster. So that's, between the oil and, see, last time I had the propane filled, sorry, I'm looking up there again. So let's see, figure $750 a year for for the wood. So we figure $652 plus $750. So we're at $1,400 plus, I'm going to say, last time I had the propane tank, let's say I go every 6 months, just for the hell of it, and that's like 20. Last time I had it filled, it was $22. So figure 40. Yeah, we'll throw $50 plus 50. So figure $1,452 takes care of our about $100 a month. A little over $100 a month takes care of our heating and our cooking fuel for the year. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty efficient. That's what I think. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. I would appreciate a thumbs up if you found this a little bit entertainment and a little bit informative. Let you know kind of what there is up here in Vermont. Drop me some comments down below. Let me know what else you are interested in, and Yeah, trying times, so stay safe and remember, somebody out there loves you. Bye, guys.